Hi, this is Brian Winter with I'm Bored Games and Family Fun in Middleton, Wisconsin. Today we're going to learn how to play Escape, the Curse of the Temple. Come on, let's have some fun.
In Escape, the Curse of the Temple, players take the role of adventurers who become trapped inside a cursed Mayan temple. This is a real-time cooperative board game. Players have only 10 minutes to escape the temple before it collapses. There are no turns. Everyone rolls their dice as quickly and as often as possible, seeking the right combination of adventurer, key, and torch icons to activate the magic gems and find their way out. The game comes with a soundtrack which influences the play of the game. Using a CD player or mobile device, once setup is completed, start the soundtrack and prepare to play. As the game begins, you will hear the command Escape. Immediately start rolling your dice. You have only 10 minutes to escape. There are 3 countdowns during the game. The first starts with the bang of a gong and ends with a door being slammed. The second starts with 2 bangs of a gong and ends with a door being slammed. These 2 countdowns indicate great danger for the adventurers. You must rush back to the starting chamber or suffer the consequences. Any adventurer who doesn't make it to the starting chamber before the door slams shut loses 1 die for the rest of the game.
I lose a die.
The third countdown starts with 3 bangs of a gong and a voice telling you to escape. Hurry, if you do not escape the temple before you hear the sound of it crashing down around you, you lose. If even a single adventurer is inside the temple at the end of the game, then all of the players have lost. If all of the players escape, they win. We're going to play several games so that you can see all of the intricacies of the game. The game is made up of several components. The temple is composed of a starting chamber tile, the exit tile which you will need to find, and numerous other chambers you'll explore as the game progresses. There are 5 adventurer figures, each a different color, and a matching adventurer. There are special dice. To escape, adventurers activate green magic gems from a gem depot. This game has a CD with its own soundtrack and a sand timer in case you can't play the music. Let's start with the setup. Each player starts with 5 dice, which they use to accomplish their actions. The starting chamber is set in the center of the table, and the exit is set aside. The remaining chambers are shuffled. 2 chambers are attached to the starting chamber. The rest form a stack of chambers, face down, for the draw pile. Take 4 of these chamber tiles and shuffle them with the exit tile, placing them at the bottom of the draw pile. In the basic game, make sure you aren't using tiles from the expansion. They have a purple mask or treasure icons on them, or both. Select the correct number of green magic gems to place on the gem depot. For 1 or 2 players, this is 7. For 3 players, 11. For 4, 14. And for 5 players, 16 gems. 2 gems are set near the depot, but not on the depot. After you get the hang of the game, you might add 3 gems to make it even harder. Each player is given a matching adventurer token and figure. This makes it easier to quickly identify your fellow players in the heat of the moment. Now you're ready to play. But how do you play? Dice are the key element to doing everything in the game. The special dice from Escape help you move around and explore the temple, can activate magic gems, or help you save your fellow adventurers from danger. There are 2 adventurer icons on every die. These are used to move from chamber to chamber or discover new chambers. There are a single key and torch as well. Some chambers require a key or torch to enter, and keys and torches are used to activate magic gems. There is a single cursed black mask on every die. If you are unfortunate enough to roll the black mask, that die cannot be rolled until the curse on it is broken. Finally, there is a golden mask. A golden mask can break the curse of 2 black masks for any player in the same room, including yourself. You can only help 1 player at a time, though. So, now that you know what each of the dice are, how do you do things in the game? There are 5 actions you can do in the game. You can enter a chamber, discover a new chamber, activate magic gems, provoke a turn of fate, escape. You can set aside any die you like, saving it for a later action. When you perform an action, you spend the dice required for that action, and they must be re-rolled. Black masks, of course, can only be used if they are freed by a golden mask. Now let's look at these actions in detail. Enter a chamber. Players may enter a chamber if its entrance is not blocked. In order to enter a chamber, a player must roll the icons in the red frame inside the new chamber. Discover a new chamber. If a player is inside a chamber with an unblocked entrance unconnected to another chamber, they may discover a new chamber. To do so, they must roll 2 adventure icons to draw a new chamber from the draw pile. The backs of the chamber tiles remind you about this requirement. A new chamber must connect to the current chamber, attaching the stairway entrance to the current chamber entrance. Activate magic gems. This is the key action players will need to do to win the game. At the end of the game, every gem that isn't activated makes it harder to escape. Some chambers will have within them magic gems which must be activated to escape the temple. These chambers require either keys or torches to activate those gems. Players inside a chamber with magic gems must roll the required number of torches or keys shown on the tile to activate the corresponding number of magic gems. Adventurers in the same chamber can join forces in order to obtain the required number of keys or torches. To obtain 3 gems in a single chamber, for example, a single player cannot possibly roll enough keys or torches, so you will need to work together. When you have successfully activated the gems in the chamber, take those gems off the gem depot and place them on the appropriate gem icon. At the end of the game, every gem still on the gem depot makes it harder to escape. Once any gems in a chamber have been activated, that chamber is completed. No more gems may be activated in that chamber, even if you roll the correct number of torches or keys to otherwise do so. Provoke a turn of fate. As the game progresses, the players may find that there are too many accursed dice in play. If all the players agree, the adventurers may provoke a turn of fate, resetting all of their dice by transferring one of the gems set next to the depot onto the depot. Be careful though, each additional gem in the depot makes it harder to escape. This is the only action that can be taken without a die.
I got 2 skulls myself.
Okay. Reset.
I got 4 skulls.
Okay.
Can't get out of this one.
Heal 2. Ah, now I've got 3.
That's the gun. Let's reset.
I heal myself?
Reset. Yes, I just got locked.
Okay.
All right, unlocked.
Escape.
Runner and a key.
I can heal
A
every
player can only escape if they are inside the exit chamber.
Come on, guys.
In order to escape, a player must roll as many keys as the number of gems in the gem depot, plus 1.
I'm out.
You got it.
Once a player has escaped, they no longer need all of their tools, so they can give one of their dice to any adventurer still in the temple. Now that you know how to play, let's see a few moments from the game.
I need healing real bad.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to you.
This player is completely out of dice and waits for another player to save them.
I've got a heal 2.
I'm working on it.
Here, Brian is struggling to make it into the final chamber. Laura runs out of the safe room to help him, then dashes back in an exciting rescue attempt.
Enough. And I'm back in.
But I still lost. Okay.
Too late though. He still fails to enter the safety of the chamber. Now you know how to play the basic version of the game. The game includes expansions to make the game more interesting and challenging. One example are curses, which impede your progress. There are many curses. One curse, for example, makes any die dropped off the table lost forever. Another forces a player to hold a hand on top of their head. We hope you have enjoyed learning how to play Escape, the Curse of the Temple. As you can see, this is a fast-paced and exciting game. That is the reason that this was ranked the #1 board game at the world's largest hobby gaming convention by BoardGameGeek.com. Thanks to I'm Bored for hosting us here today. You can learn more about Escape, the Curse of the Temple, available exclusively at ACD Distribution, as well as the entire line of Queen games at www.queen-games.de. And until next time, have a great game.